will be ready for. Yes. Okay. The session is now on recording. So, and let's get started. You see, every time I want to start, I will always announce that the session is on recording. So to remind some people that if you don't want to be recorded, when we announced it, yeah, before someone will say that I am just this thing, Mr. Charles just recorded me and got published me on YouTube and start claiming that Mr. Charles did sexual harassment. So we thank you for joining, and yeah, tonight we are going to be talking about cost benefit analysis, and it's a very important topic because yeah, a lot of people are queuing up. Very important topic we need to, because it's something you need to know how to, because every project you need to bring something to table. And when the project is not viable, you are not bringing anything to table. You know, if you have to spend half of our company fortune to implement a beautiful something that not bringing anything to table, doesn't make sense. So that's where this cost benefit analysis comes in. It's very simple and very important. If you understand it, it's very, very simple. And it's very important because you cannot bypass this particular stage in a project. So if a company, you are not bringing anything to table, we are be gone very soon. Okay. So what is this cost benefit analysis? It's a analysis to carry a feasibility studies to make sure that the cost or the benefit of the project outweighs the cost. The benefit must outweigh the cost. Simple. So that is what you need to show. How the benefits outweighing the cost. So let's do that. Now, why? It's not gonna be a big, it's not a big, not so difficult. So I will share my screen so we can start. Okay, my screen is coming up. Good. So I hope everyone can see my screen now.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Jude, please, you can put yourself on mute. Because, okay. Very brief definition. A cost benefits analysis is a method used to compare the expected cost of a project against the benefits it will provide. It helps determine whether a project is financially viable. This is achieved by assessing a monetary value to both cost and benefit, and then subtract the total cost from the total benefit to determine the next net gain. If the project benefits exceed the cost, the project is considered worthwhile. If the cost outweighs the benefit, the project should be reconsidered because it's not bringing much to the table. Simple. Okay. Let's look at how this can be done practically using a CRM system. So this is a CRM system. We have cost category. Under cost category, we have cost here and initial cost, initial investment. That is it here. And then we have ongoing costs. And then we have labor costs. So cost, this is where costs can be determined under this category. So just bear with me as this night I have a lot of work to do as I'm letting people in, I'm equally teaching. So okay, under initial investment, we have software licensing, we have hardware costs, we have implementation service, we have training, we have data migration. These are the initial investments. And then we have ongoing costs. When we implement a software or a solution, it's not just there. We need software maintenance. We need technical support. We need hosting, cloud services, which we do, we upgrade. We equally have upgrade and update. Some of these softwares, they keep on upgrading and updating. And anytime you need to upgrade to the latest version, you might need to employ or bring back some developers if your company are outsourcing this kind of services to come and do maintenance costs like updates. So these are all the costs involved. Then we have IT staff, that is labor costs. Even if you are outsourcing this, you must still have internal staff, which is they are in charge of IT. So you must have them, have IT staff, who have admin staff working within this environment. You need to pay all of them. This is part of the cost when we are doing this, when we're implementing something like this. So, yeah. And then after determining the cost, we'll talk about the benefit. The benefit we are talking here is expected because you cannot say this is the benefit. You can't say this is the benefit of a project you have not implemented, because it's after the implementation you start getting the benefit. So the benefit we are talking about is, call it expected benefits. Expected benefits, so that's the language. So, . So under the expected benefits, we have production. Under production, time savings, tax automation, improved collaboration. These are benefits we can derive under production from CRM system. It comes with a lot of automation, and automation saves time, improve collaboration, sales and revenue, increase lead conversion, cross-selling and upselling, customer retention. These are benefits we realize from this. And we have customer service, improved issue resolution, personalized support. Then we have reporting, better data insights, customized reporting. And then we have competitive edge, enhanced customer experience and differentiation from competitors. These are all the benefits you can get from this kind of project. So you can see, but there is key challenges in this particular approach of trying to determine the viability of a project. But this is the most important way or most important technique of determining the viability of a project, is that you see all these benefits I've listed here. That is the major challenge. It's very difficult to monetize them. Extremely difficult to monetize them. So that is, but we'll try to do whatever we can do and do the monetization. We can do some. You can just write the value, try to justify the value, and do expect a kind of estimated value. That's how I'll be doing it. And equally, I've tried to work on my own because I've read so many textbooks. I couldn't find much. Couldn't find much on the textbooks where you get these types of conversion determining the monetary value. So many of I have to work. I even use AI to generate some of the formulas to calculate this, which has been helping anyway. So, okay. Let's see the application of this. Let's apply this to kind of a case study. Let's apply it to a Dynamics 365 CRM. So what we're going to look at is Dynamics 365 CRM cost benefit analysis. So under cost here, we have licensing fee, and we say cost of licensing is $25,000. It depends on the amount of people, because the way they do it is how many people are going to use it. That's how they are going to bill it. If you have 20 people, some companies they have up to 30, 50. The number of people you subscribe for, you determine the amount you are going to pay. So, who is not seeing my screen?
We can see, sir.
Okay. I see someone writing that I can see a screen. Then we have implementation. Implementation is initial setup and deployment, 30,000. Then we have training employees on CRM usage. We'll have 10,000. Then we'll have customization, tailoring CRM to business need. And then we have integration, integrating CRM with other systems, 12,000. Then we have maintenance and ongoing system maintenance, and we'll capture it to 8,000. And then we'll have a total cost of 100,000. So that's it. That's how I come up with a total cost. Then to determine you see here, I use expected benefits. Okay, under expected benefits, you see here improved productivity. So you see here under improved productivity, how do we determine the improved productivity? So you have to find a way to work it out. So you see saved time by automating tickets or automating tasks. So some of the tasks we are going to automate here, we are going to save time. For instance, if this task is being performed by an individual manually, it might take an individual or an employee 2 days to do this work manually. But when some of these tasks is automated, you find out that it can be done within 2 hours. So you see how much you have saved. That's how you determine the benefit within this kind of environment. So the calculation here is time saved. See, number of employees, time saved times number of employees. So you have to determine the amount of time you saved from the automation. And if you use the time you saved by the number of employees within that environment, that will give you the amount here. So that's how to get it. Then you have enhanced customer service. That's better customer interaction. So when customers are happy, you retain the customers. So the retention rate is what we look for. Retention rate times the average revenue per customer minus cost of acquiring a new customer. You know, it's very costly to acquire a customer. But if you want to acquire a customer, at times company give a lot of bonus to acquire a customer. For instance, here, this bank called Revolut, here in UK, if you bring a customer for them, they'll give you £50. Any customer you bring £50. So you see how much they are spending to acquire a customer, a new customer. That is the cost of acquisition, a new customer. And then not only that, you check the amount of money you pay for campaign. You can do campaign on Facebook. You know how much you are spending on campaign to get a lead. And after getting a lead, you know how much you spend on lead nurturing. And after that, that will give you the amount until you convince the customer. So that is, these are the, when you calculate all this, these are the amounts you spend to acquire a customer. And then, is it not better to maintain the ones you have? So that is customer retention rate. So some of the calculation here, I have them at the below this table. You see, I provide like formulas. So that is it. So that's how to get some of this, and you get, we see expected customer service, enhanced customer service. So the value here is 50,000. Then we see the next, better decision making. Now we've implemented CRM system and it helps us to make a better decision. This is a big value. This is a big benefit. So it helps to assess real-time data, value of improved decision. This, to work out the value of improved decision is a lot of mathematics, but we give it estimated value of 25,000, and then we'll have streamlined sales process. Under streamlined sales process, we have efficient sales tracking. And the formula here is increased sales times average deal size minus cost of sales. And we have an estimated of $30,000. And if we add up all these benefits, so this is how monetize, expected monetization, that's expected benefits, will come up with $145,000. So that is the expected benefit. Once you have come up with this kind of expected benefits, you come here, do the net benefit. The net benefit is going to be total benefits minus total cost, which is 145 by 100,000 is 45K. So the return on investment annually, that is 45K for implementing Dynamics 365 under this case study. And that's it. That's a return on investment, ROI. So coming down here, you see examples of benefit calculation. You see here, improved productivity value for CRM over manual process. Assumption here is time spent manually is 20 hours. Number of employees is five employees. Hourly wages is 15 pounds an hour, and the CRM efficiency improvement is 30%. So to get the calculation, say total manual hours times 5, that is 100 hours a week. Weekly cost is 100 divided by 15, that's 15 hours rate, and expected time save, which is 30, is 30 of 100, is equal to 30 hours a week. So the weekly savings is 30 times $15 equal to 140. So the monthly savings is 140 by 4. So that is how we come up to this. So that's the calculation here. So that's the only thing I can lay my hands on for now. So, and I'm using it to work, but I can't validate it from any textbook yet. So, but that is the only way we can come up with expected conversion of monetizing values. Then we have to, this is customer retention value for CRM over manual, and assumption here is CLV is £500, 500 pounds, and retention rate is 10%, and efficiency gain is 10,000, and then the CRM implementation cost is 5,000. If you want to do the calculation, it's going to be 500 times 10% times 1 plus 10,000 times 1 minus 500. So that is 5,050.
Excuse me, sir. Some values are not tallying, sir. You said 5,500, but what is it in here as 5,000? You still made the same mistake when you said 1,004. But what was written there was 450 pounds. Sorry for drawing you.
1,004.
Yes, you were mentioning 1,004, but what was written in the first calculation you did was 450 pounds, not 1,004.
Under this customer retention value?
Yes, the first one you did, the automated sides.
Weekly 7. Weekly 7.
Yeah, you said weekly savings. 30 times 15 pounds. It gave 450, but we are mentioning 1,400.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. I will look into that.
So I don't think it's such a big thing. It's actually 30 times 15, which is 450. So I think it was just an error when you were calling it out.
Okay. Like I said, I'm going to review it. Like I said, this calculation is this formula is still under work in progress, because I've not got this from any textbook. So, but that is the only thing I can lay my hands on in order to get this conversion for now. Okay, I will review that. Let's continue to the rest of the calculations. We have improved issue resolution value. So this means the CRM system over manual issue resolution value will have, let's say, annual issue is 100,000, 1,000, and the time saved per issue is 10 minutes, and the hourly wage is 20. So if you want to do the calculation, it's going to be the annual time saved by, which is 1,000 times 10 minutes divided by 60 is going to give us 166.66 hours. So, and the cost savings is going to be 66 by 20, that is 3,333 pounds 40p. And that's it. So the main thing I want us to understand is the formula for this calculation. And that's it. Then let's look at increased lead conversion. Increased lead conversion rate over manual. We have the assumption here is current lead conversion is 10% and improved conversion is 30%. Then the lead value being 1,000 and CRM cost being 10,000 pounds. The calculation is going to be additional converted lead will be 100 lead by 30% minus 100 times 10. It will give us 3 lead. So increased lead value is going to be 3 times 100 leads, which is 3 times 1,000 lead, which is 3,000 lead. So, and then we'll have to come to tax automation value for CRM over manual. So under this, we have assumptions, which is going to be number of tasks. Let's see, 1,000 manual task cost is going to be 10 pounds, and automated costs being 5 pounds. The calculation will be tax automation value will be 1,000 by 10 minus 1,000 by 5. So that is it. And Beta Insights value for CRM over manual. We have assumptions. The annual sales is 100,000. Number of customers, 100. CRM software cost is 10,000. So if you want to do the calculation, it's going to be sales opportunities per customer. Let's see, 100,000 by 100 And CRM impact on sales opportunity is 20%. Sales increase should be 100 by 20%. And then revenue increase is going to be 20 times 1,000. And data insights value is going to be 20 by 20,000 minus 10,000. So this is the beta data insights value for CRM over manual. So for the missing values or some of the mistakes here, sorry about that, but what I want us to understand is the formula for conversion of this. So I'm going to do some review over this before I share the lesson notes. So that is the only thing we can lay our hands on, for me, over how to convert values. These are values. It's very difficult to get these values. Some companies, what they do, they have special calculator. Like in my company, we use what we call special value calculator, which when we put in values, the calculator is specially designed for the company, and it will give you value. Because there is no no standard calculation for conversion of values. So that's why some people, instead of all this calculation, they will just make some case and do expected value. Call it expected value. Whatever you think is the expected value, then you write some notes to justify it. But I'm trying to get the real conversion rate, try to monetize it into real figures. So, which I'm still working on, but yeah. This is the much. There's some other values, so I'm still trying to get more value conversion, but these are the closest formulas we have for now, which can help all of us. So that is how to perform cost-benefit analysis. So, yeah. So if you have any other question, I'm out there for you for questioning. And some people that I'm just admitting at this point, I'm sorry, because I'm doing it. I didn't know they are calling, so sorry about that. Yeah, Lumen.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
So that formula for return on investment, I didn't grab it.
The return on investment.
Yes, sir. The formula. I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. ROI.
I'm coming. Return on investment is just subtracting the total cost from the total value. That is the net, that is the return on investment. So, this is what you're talking about.
Yes, sir. This ROI.
So we said is very simple. is subtract, when you subtract total cost from the total benefit. Minus total cost, we even said it from the beginning when we are doing the introduction, is when you minus total total cost from the total benefit. It's very simple. What the problem is trying to convert the value into monetary value. That's where the headache is. Not if you're able to what you see, most of what this thing is expected, and all these monetary values, they are still expected because it's very difficult to attach a value to this kind of attach a monetary value to this kind of benefit. So we are working on getting something tangible to justify any value or any monetary action we are giving. But in the industry, this is the most popular formula or most popular techniques for determining projects or solution cost or viability. Some can use payback period. That's when we go into a bit of finance. We use payback period. We use net payback period. But in this, the most popular we are using is cost benefit analysis.
All right, so thank you, sir.
So, like I said, you can equally use payback period. That's another one. Payback period. That one we did it in finance. Well, that is not a time. We have net present value, but that's not in there. You can apply net present value within this project management. The most popular remains this cost benefit analysis. So, yeah. So you get the formula now?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'll look into it again myself.
Well, there's nothing to look into it. This, even if you see look at the introduction, you said subtracting total cost from the total, that is the formula. So it's not like I said, where the main challenges is trying to monetize the value, not trying to subtract the total. If you have arrived with all the value, if you manage to monetize all the values, then subtracting the cost from the benefit is not going to be difficult. And the cost is very simple because you know the cost you spend on implementation, you know the cost, how much you pay your staff, procurement, you know how much you pay for it. So they are all fixed costs, static costs, but the monetary value of the benefits is where we have we're trying to get that.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Rosie.
Oh, good evening, sir.
Good
Okay.
evening.
Sir, please, when do you know that your return on investment, when you do your calculation, when can one say that it's okay, as in you have, is yielding, that you have gotten enough, as in what you did is profitable? Well, at what percentage? And second one is the cost benefit and system it you did. I didn't really follow it. Maybe my network was just fluctuating. I didn't get it very well. Please, if I can have a recap small. Thank you, sir.
When you say as long as after subtracting the cost from the benefit and you have positive value, then is the project is viable. Are you getting it? As long as it's
Yes, sir.
positive, as long as it's positive, then the project. But if it's negative, then the project is not viable.
Okay. It doesn't matter the amount, even if it's one, like the
Yeah,
10.
well, that is what I know. The main thing is the viability of a project is depending on the positive, either it's positive or negative. So once it's positive, it's viable. Even if it's 1 cent, it's positive. You know, as long as you have, meaning that at least you have, we call it break even. You had a break even and equally. So once it's positive, you've had a break even and made some profit. But if it's negative, it means that you are not even breaking even. And the second question, I didn't get it well.
It's about the cost benefit analysis. What you said about it, I didn't really get it. Maybe my
Everything we are
network.
talking here, everything we are saying here is about cost benefit analysis. So where exactly do you want, or you want the whole to repeat the whole class?
Okay. No, sir. No, sir. I think now I understood.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Every
you very much.
every Queenette.
Good evening, Mr. Shak.
Good evening.
I just wanted you to tell me how the cost benefit analysis differ from other financial evaluations that we're used to, just like the return on investment or the NPV, that's the net present value. How does the CBA, the cost benefit analysis, how does it differ from these ones?
Net present value, you are talking about the financial cost. This investment, these are mainly investments in money markets. You know, when you talk about net present value, it's about money market investment, net present, and cost benefit analysis is about project benefit, investment in projects. So like what we did here, you see, after implementing a project, you see how much you spend in implementing the project, and then immediately you know how much we've spent on implementing the project, and then maintaining the project or the solution. And then what are the benefits are you going to get, which we've just spoken. I'm not going to start repeating what cost because we've just talked about cost. So that is it. So for you to understand the benefits, you need to evaluate the cost and evaluate the benefit and then subtract. So the return on investment is the net value of it, about net present NP, the what is the other one you said?
That's
This
what
is
you are mentioning, the NPV, net present value.
net present value. Yes, sorry. Net present value is what we get after subtracting the cost from the benefit. That's the net present. Then the other one I was saying is payback period. Sorry, I was talking about payback period. That's what we use in a financial market. Sorry about that. In financial markets. So
Okay, so this is, I can now get what I was thinking right now. Thank you.
so yeah, well, I was you helped me quoting it with return payback period. When you invest and the amount of time it takes you to recover your investment.
Okay, thank you, sir.
But net present NPV is when you do the calculation, when you subtract the cost from the benefit. Whatever remains, that is it, and that is the return on investment. So if it's negative, it means that the project is not viable after the subtraction. And if it's positive, it means, like in this our case, it's positive because after the subtraction here, so after the subtraction, we see is 45. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
So that is the net. So net benefit is still the net present because it's at the end, the net benefit. That is the determining how viable it is, and that is the return on investment. Okay. Any other question from anyone? Okay. Thank you for joining. Like I said before, I will share the lesson note. I will look at the figures at the calculation area. So we don't have much time for us to go into that mathematics now.
The calculations are okay.
Okay, well, the only thing here is to understand the format and understand the formula, basic formulas, which you can apply anywhere. Like if you see this project, this is another cost benefit analysis. Here you see, okay, in this particular, this is another template you can equally use. In this particular, there's something I want to show. Okay, most cases in the industry, this is what they do. PAs, I do a lot of when you come up with such situation. You see here, at the year reports, you come intangible benefits. Here, improved staff morale, reducing manual workload, and providing better tools for problem solving. You see here, it was not monetized. They couldn't monetize this, so, and it's going to be difficult to start monetizing improved morale, so it's captured this way. Enhanced brand reputation. This is a benefit, but it's difficult to monetize this benefit. But all of us know that this is a very big benefit. So you can, under intangible benefits, meaning that it's not tangible, you cannot monetize it. You come against it. Compliance. Align IT operation with ITIL, yes, but it's difficult to add a value, a monetary value to some of these. So, and here you see net benefit. Yeah, that's how this one is being captured. And yeah.
Mr. Charles, can I say something?
Yes.
Okay, Ivy, I just want to break down your question the little way I can. Just like Mr. Charles said, NPV and payback periods are used when you invest. When we are talking of investment, like in capital markets, in financial markets, so you have to convert, there's a formula you use to convert the total inflows to the present value. You also convert the total outflows to the present value. Then you deduct the outflows from the inflows. If you have a positive figure, then that project is deemed to be viable. You can invest in such project. Then the payback period is a method where you check how many years it will take you to recoup whatever amount you have invested in a particular project. Like you invested 50,000. The first year you make 10,000, you have 4 years. The next year you make like 30,000, you have 10,000 remaining to get your 50,000 back. And maybe in between, you get back your 10,000. So it has taken you 2.5 years to recoup. If there's another project that took you 1 year to recoup the 50,000, that project is more viable. You invest, you are advised to invest in such project. But the cost benefit analysis is simple because you are talking about carrying out projects. Even in buying and selling, you do cost benefit analysis where you calculate what it costs you to purchase an item and how much you are going to make after selling that item. You minus your cost from the sales you make, the profit you make. If it's a positive figure, you already know that that project is positive, is viable. Then you go more to buy more boxes of rice and sell. So, but if you after calculating your cost of buying 10 bags of rice and you notice that you were not able to sell it to get back the amount you bought those rice, you notice that business no get ahead. So you don't invest in that again. Just my 1 penny input. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for that. You see, cost benefit analysis can be applied anywhere, even in the, like you said, buying and selling. Yeah, because you know how much you are buying and how much you want to sell. So this can be good. But when you talk about where we have problem with cost benefit analysis is when you apply it like here in software industry, where most of the benefits is not going to be tangible. You know, are you getting me? This is where we have issues with cost benefit analysis. But if we apply it in it, like we sending, if you are a business person buying and selling or building on the house or selling or things like that, it's very simple there. But outside there, that is where we have challenges, mainly in software development, where you build a solution for your organization to use it in-house. You are not selling it outside. They are using it within the organization. And to decide how much. That's where the issue lies in cost benefit analysis, where we have to take time to understand by trying to convert some of these intangible benefits to monetary benefits. Yeah. Ayo, you tried to raise your hand.
Okay, I just wanted to mention that I really appreciate the way you emotionally portrayed the aspects of the inability of creating a tangible amount to the cost benefit analysis on the project. It's easy to place this costing on other aspects, but in projects, just like you gave us the aspects of improved staff morale, enhanced branding, compliance, it's not easy placing figures to this. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ayo. So yeah, that is since some of the challenges we are facing every day, trying to understand some of these intangible benefits, but it's quite common in the industry because a lot of, very soon when you become a PA, you face a lot of, it's something we already know. But when, like somebody like me, when I'm teaching, I'll try to explore every other means to make sure that, yeah, you know all the basics you need to know. So when you are even facing some of these challenges, is quite common. Every BA in the industry know that we have a lot of intangible benefits, but that will not stop you if, as long as you be able to justify that these benefits are not tangible. We know about it already in the industry, and nobody is going to question your report. So, but the one you can monetize, you do the monetization. Whichever one you can monetize, you do the money. The one, those you can monetize, that's why some companies, they build a custom value system. You know, they decide what they call a value, and some BAs within that course can use it. That custom listing is not something you can use outside the company. You just log in and use it. It's not something. So we call it a value-based calculator. Anyway, thank you everyone. If you have any more questions, you can chat me up. So it's we've gone past our time, and yeah, so that is the most difficult